Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Be Happy, or Exoria. I totally mean Exoria. So, bees are like my strange addiction, right? Because, I don't know, as you can tell, I've been doing a lot of bees, and like, I don't know, I get in these phases and I'll just sit and watch them run. Like, I don't know, there's something addicting about bees. And I found that the more I play Minecraft, and like, I've always liked bees, you know, they're pretty fun. But the more and more I use them and play with them in packs, like the more I don't know, I would say I love them more and more, but I love them like absolutely. So I don't know, like I'm just crazy about bees. But I've been having a lot of fun with them, and I continued expanding on what we were working on last episode. Like I said, I'm just going to briefly show you what's going on with the bees, and then we'll get into what we're going to be doing today. But anyways, I have the Burnium bees, and they have that, you know, that 1% chance to make extra queens. And from that, I've expanded. I've got 2 Burniums running. And then, right here, I've got hot bees, 2 sets of them. And then I have fairy, I have wet, and then I have ash. And let's just grab one of these, and I'll scan it so you can see the stats on it. They are shortest lifespan. They're fast pollination. All of them have the water effect. Both hot 2. Both 1 arid, both 1, both 2, and then yes on all these. So, and that is true across the board here. All of these bees have that. You can see they're slowly filling this tank with water. It's not very fast. Honestly, once we get like maybe faster production, you know, and more bees going, it'll probably actually be a decent source of water, but right now it's just kind of like, whatever. Honestly, I think the rain barrels are fine though. This is just kind of for fun. It beats aggressive or flammable or nothing, you know. And then all these are fully automated. And you can see I've actually added some pipes here that pump into the next room over. This room is very much a work in progress. But over here, the pipes pump through right here. And then they go around. And basically they go to this first drawer. And then they just kind of go down. And then come back up. And then go down. And then come back up. And I've got just some drawers here. These are just a combination of living rock and dreamwood. And I did make another crushing table and set one up here because I've been making so much honey drops. But I did put some upgrades in this, so a couple of gold. Only 1 gold in that one, but I think all the rest of these have 2 gold. Oh, whoops, I did not mean to remove that. That's fine. There was damp combs in that. I'll put them back whenever I get another damp comb. But anyways, we've got some stuff building up. This is just a very temporary drawer system. You know, I don't have drawer controllers. I haven't made compacting drawers to like compact the ash and the Burnium, but that's fine. And then basically, after they run through here, all the queens that get made, or all the princesses that get made, from like that 1% proc chance, they come into here, and then anything without a slot will go into this. So, whenever I get a damp honeycomb, it'll come into there. But I actually just smashed all those up to get more honey drops, so. And then over here, I've been working on some bees. I think these 2 are empty, yeah, because those bees ended up not getting cave dwelling, and then I moved them up top. Over here, I've got sharp bees, and I actually think these are probably just about settled now. Yeah, because it was mainly the flower type was getting settled. So I'm going to throw this back into there. Sharp bees produce flint, is what they do. And you can see I've destroyed 509 items. A lot of bees since last episode. I've also been keeping this cleaned out, so the only thing, these are all bees that, a lot of it's rock, and then things like fishy and stuff that I can't really use at the moment. There's also like copper mixed in there. There's some apatite. Rune and sulfur, these 2 are just about done, so I'm about to trash all these drones. Over here, this is all queens, and then princesses that I can't use. Because they came out needing like normal both 1, and I just can't use them. I can still get byproducts of rock because, like, I've actually got, of course, I got Burnium. I also had coal for a little while, but then I lost it. I've got some copper. I've got rune. I've got sharp. I can still get these byproducts mainly because the mutation chance is so high. And sharp and rune and stuff like that, they actually require hot, arid environments. Rock requires normal, so we're going to have to get to the next dimension before I can really make use of a lot of these bees. Fishy requires normal and damp areas, and then it also requires like lily pads, so I can't use that. I've got dirty princesses, copper, yeah. And then this right here, this is sandy drones. And what I'm doing, These bees are actually settled. So if we take a look in here, you can see that it's shortest, fast, flowers, average, water. The only thing that's not right on this is the climate. It's only both 1. I want both 2. I want both 2 on all my bees. Honestly, the only thing I'm willing to like sacrifice is like pollination. If it's not fast pollination, I can live without fast pollination until we get to like gendistry. But I definitely don't want to sacrifice on like lifespan, or I can also sacrifice the water effect. That's not that big of a concern, but I definitely want to keep my climates, and all 4 of these is yes. Definitely. So, but anyways, that one's only 39 generations in captivity. Some of these, like the Burnium, I think the Burniums should be the highest. This one's got 326 generations in captivity. So, an interesting fact, the bees that are produced, like this Ash Princess, if you take a look at this was made by that 1% chance, so I've actually just gotten this princess. But it is 285 generations in captivity. So they actually keep the generations in captivity of their parent. So they're actually just like an identical clone to the parent bee. So, but anyways, what I'm doing with the sand bees right now is I'm basically just letting these build up drones before I try to fix the climate on them. Just in case, whenever I go to fix the climate, maybe I mess up and I lose something. I want to have like a stack, maybe even 2 stacks of bees, probably just 1 stack of bees. I can honestly probably get away with like a half stack, but anyways, I want some bees so that if something happens, I can fix it fairly easily. So, and then up at the home entrance, I've got rune bees that are working, and then I've got sulfur bees. And since we got rune bees, these actually breed with fairy to make Exoria bees. So, and Exoria bees are hot arid bees. So really I could go for Exoria right now and go ahead and get that bee if I wanted to, which, I mean, I probably will, like, in the middle of this episode or after this episode. But that's the one that produces the Exoria essence and pollen. However, it's a specialty product, and this is something I really don't like. It's a specialty product, and they don't tell you how to get the specialty product. So I don't know if maybe it has to be in Exoria, because that's this planet that we're on right now is Exoria. So I'm hoping that's the specialty requirement. But I really don't like when they add specialty bees that aren't base bees and they don't tell you exactly what the specialty requirement is. That's kind of a pet peeve of mine. Because it doesn't say anything in the quest book. I mean, it talks about temperature and humidity requirements for breeding. I'm pretty sure they're talking about the rock bees, so. But yeah, I'm pretty sure maybe it's just this planet that we need to be on. So anyways, today I would like to pick back up. I did add some waystones around the base and stuff, and just little things like that, but I've been kind of hooked on bees since the last episode. But anyways, today I want to pick back up, and I want to start working towards the next dimension. Because the bees, these normal bees, are driving me absolutely insane right now. Because I keep getting them, and then it's like, well, I can't use that princess or that queen until the next dimension. There's nothing I can do with it. So I want to start working towards that, and I'm pretty sure that we need to get into Sift Break. I'm pretty sure that's the next thing that we need to do. So I want to start getting into this little quest line here. And to do this, we're going to need to get a sieve and a fiber mesh. And I'm going to go ahead and... I'm pretty sure this is the sieve, the Ex Nihilo, right? Yes, Ex Nihilo Creatio. It says it needs 64 exposed wood shake, so we're going to have to do that as well. But this sieve, actually fun little fact here, you can actually put these together. I can't remember the last time we used the sieve. Was it Skyblocks, maybe? I want to say it was Skyblocks, but... you can actually put these together and make them better. So we're going to do that. We are going to do that. And I'll show you what I mean here. So let's get a few more of those. I'm going to want 9 of these sieves. So there we go. And then we're going to have to get our fiber mesh, which is just plant fiber. Okay. Alright, and then we updated, they want us to get 64 ash, we've already done that, and then they want us to get all this stuff. Coal dust, burnium dust, which, hey, we've already got that. Niter, dust piles, sulfur, which I'll be producing soon. Phosphor, ash powder. I could actually get the this dust from bees, like, pretty quick. And just really, really neat. little thing here. If you recall, last episode I said that Mr. Man had come across abilities, like ability totems. But the ability bottle, you can't actually make that for a little while. You have to get... I think we could maybe pull this off soon. But it does require steel. The mana pylon requires mana steel. Mana steel does require steel to make. However, I'm actually... As soon as we hit like the next dimension, actually maybe even by next episode, I may already have steel because they're steel drones, which is a combination of coal and iron. Coal I've already gotten a few times, those bees, but I've lost them, but I can easily like try to focus on that. And then iron is actually just a combination of dirty and rock. I think that's where I'm going to have the issue. I'm going to have to go to the next dimension to do that. Plus it's a normal bee. But anyways, iron plus coal makes steel bees. Steel bees make steel grit, which just smelts into steel. So we can actually get steel like pretty soon. Like I think it's way earlier than we're supposed to get it. But anyways, let's get ourselves a bunch of plant fiber. And let's make this. So there's 7 fiber meshes. Oh, these don't stack. Awesome. And then there is 2 more fiber mesh. And we'll go ahead and grab ourselves a stack of ash. And let's go set up our sieves. Oh yeah, we're going to need the wood shakes. Which, if you recall, I did make these a while back. I'm just going to get... I'll get 12 just to be on the safe side, in case I need it for decor. And then we'll grab a piece of flint. If you recall, we actually used these a while back when building out our base, our first little base, because they were a cheap block to make that wasn't ash, you know. So we're just going to use that. I'm going to put it in this room. This room's going to end up being not so cute by the time it's all said and done, because I'm just like putting blocks into this. But I'm going to pull up this outer border and put the wood shakes in there, because I don't want to put them in the floor, because it'll end up maybe, you know, getting covered or something like that, and then I'll lose access to my sieves until I fix it. I don't really want to put it in a different room, because like this is like the workshop. This is what it's built here for. So we're just going to have wood shakes along the wall. Oh, I'm hoping it doesn't look terrible, but I have a feeling it's going to. Because wood just doesn't match the base all that well. Like, unless it's like something like Dreamwood borders or something like that, I think that looked alright, but wood along the ceiling I'm just not crazy about. But this actually should be about all of them that we need. Close to it. Kind of close to it. I'll just pull up this ceiling section, and this should be enough for the 64 that we need. There we go. And I've got 8 left. I think that's enough. We're about to find out. Because I made a little bit extra, so I don't know for sure. And we're just going to set our sieves up right here for the time being. And I don't have a piece of... No, I don't have a piece of Tyrian. Okay. And we'll just lay this out. There we go. And then what we can do is we can take our ash and just right click, and it puts, you know, it lays out all of them. So you can do a 9x9, or a 3x3, I mean. And then we'll just hold right click, and we're going to sieve through this. And honestly, a stack of ash goes really, really quick when you have a full 3x3 of it. And you can see we've already completed the quest. And one more. There we go. Oh, I got more ash. Let me go ahead and save this down, because we're going to need this stuff anyway, so I might as well. Okay, so we got niter, sulfur, tiny piles of barnium, ash powder, dust piles, a lot of dust. Applied energistics dust. Does this make a block? Yes, it does. And then we got tiny piles of coal dust as well. Awesome. Oh, and phosphor. So let's take a look. That quest is done. What do they want us to do next? Explosions. They want us to get gunpowder, and then combustion. Okay, this is the sky resources stuff, and then crystal shards, which I'm actually pretty close. I was going towards a crystal-based bee that actually gives crystal shards 100% of the time, which will be nice. But okay, do we want to get into that? Or... see, other resources. Another one bites the dust. Mass gathering. I've improved my efficiency in sieving. With this technique, I might be able to save a 5x5 grid of sieves. Let's start with a 3x3 for now and expand later. Oh yeah, you can do a 5x5, can't you? And do 25 at a time. Yeah, this, I've already done it. So let's go ahead. Let me go dump off all these resources real quick. Okay, we'll just pick all these up, and we give it a second. There you go, quest complete, mass gathering. Alright, automated sieving requires collection. Alright. That can wait. Honestly, sieving is super easy at this point, so I'm not in too much of a rush for that. And then we can also expand to a 5x5, but also I'm not too much of a rush for that either. Let's go ahead and do this section, actually. Other resources. Okay, so they want us to get a flint stiffened mesh and an iron stiffened mesh, and then we're supposed to get a tiny pile of lapis and some crushed black quartz. Alright, so let's take a look at the mesh. There's also diamond stiffened mesh, which gets like mithril, prismarine, ender dust. Okay, there's the recipe for that. Let's see, the iron stiffened mesh requires flint stiffened mesh, which takes fiber mesh. I think I'm just going to upgrade my mesh, because I've noticed that all the resources can come from the iron. So if we just upgrade all 9 of them, I think that would be the best. And then we just need flaked flint points for that. And then over here, the iron mesh, we need iron strands. That's the only recipe. Yes. Okay, and iron strands we're going to craft together with a Gallagher, which is iron plates with the clippers. Okay. That's not a problem. Alright, let's start with the flint then, I guess. Give me just a little bit. I'm going to flake a bunch of flint and get these upgraded. And I'll be back here in just a second. Okay, that was a lot of flaking. Didn't really take that long. But I am glad I had the sluice because it really came in handy. But there we go. We have 9 flint stiffened mesh. And then we need to upgrade to iron stiffened mesh. So the Gallagher and the clippers and all that fun stuff. Alright, so let's do that. And actually this part shouldn't be as bad as that part was. I don't think. Oh, I don't know. That's a lot. That's a lot of these. Oh yeah, because it's 8 iron strands, but then you use 6 of them per... Oh gosh, this is going to be terrible. This is going to be absolutely awful, actually. So you can get lapis, but like, you need the iron stiffened mesh to get bits of diamond. Or I mean, I'm sorry, crushed black quartz. You can also save dust to get tiny piles of diamond. I don't know about, can flint stiffened mesh get... Okay, flint stiffened mesh cannot get diamond. So, yeah, I definitely just want to upgrade straight into... crushed quartz, prismarine. Okay, we're not going to get Certus quartz. But I don't think I actually need Certus quartz right now. Unless I need it for, like, silicon for something. No, I don't see much of anything. So I don't think I need Certus quartz right now, so I'm not too worried about that. Alright, so let's slice these down into iron strands. There is a stack and a half of those. And we'll pound out some iron mesh. Oh my gosh. That was like the most terrible sound. Okay. And there is enough to get 2 iron stiffened mesh. There we go. Okay, so then yeah, we still have a little bit to go though. I don't know if this is really worth it. Is it worth it to upgrade all of this? I don't know. But I mean, it's better. And I think the drop chances are, for the most part, they're better. Tiny piles of coal dust are a little bit more uncommon with the iron stiffened mesh. And phosphor is 2% lower. Ash powder is 10% lower. But you're getting the added chance to get crushed black quartz, so yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Ugh, okay. Well, let me go pound out more of these. I need to make 6 more of these iron stiffened mesh so that we can have 9 of them. Okay, that only took about a stack of iron altogether. I am crazy. I am indeed. But there we go. We have 9 iron stiffened mesh. Awesome. Awesome times. Okay, so now that we've got that, let's go get ourselves... I don't know why I'm running. I can just warp over. Let's get ourselves, like, 2 stacks of ash blocks. And I'm going to put all this stuff up because I'm probably not going to need it anytime soon. Go, what, 3 stacks? That'll be fine. That'll be fine. So let's warp back over to the workshop. It'll just make things easier. Granted, there is the quest for the automated sieving. And we could have done that, but I don't know. Like, you can just run through stuff so fast like this. Not to mention, there we go, quest complete. Not to mention you can see all the resources popping in. I'll probably end up going for a 5x5 eventually, but I don't know, we'll see. That's a little bit expensive though, in truth. Plus I don't know that the 5x5 is really necessary. It's a little bit overkill because doing 9 at a time is pretty awesome. I mean, it's on level, you know, with the compressed, doing the compressed stuff. And it's super fast. Okay, there we go. We got dust piles like crazy. We got crushed black quartz. We got 13 of. We got 27 tiny piles of lapis. Ash powder. What is this? Okay, cool. It makes ash. As if I didn't have enough of it. Let's run it through. Then there's a quest here to get 64 dust. Then get crushed quartz and Certus quartz. Oh, they want me to get Certus. Okay, I'll have to make like a fiber mesh or something. It's not really a big deal because I can just whip up fiber mesh real quick. All right, let me dump all this stuff into here. And there we go. There's our 64 dust. And then let me just make a quick fiber mesh because I know fiber mesh can get the Certus quartz, but I didn't really see many uses in it, so that's why I didn't worry about it because that's one of the only things that the iron stiffened mesh cannot get is Certus quartz. And then what we'll do is we'll just pop this out. I'll throw in some fiber mesh, and we'll just run this. There we go. Finally. It took, what, 30 of them to finally get my first piece of Certus quartz dust? Now, granted, if I'd upgrade this to flint stiffened mesh, it would be a little bit better of a chance. I'll probably end up upgrading it. I just really don't want to have to flake more flint right now, honestly. It's just me being lazy. I don't want to do it. So anyways, that completes that quest. And then we have a quest here for diamonds, almost. So right here we need to get prismarine and tiny piles of diamond dust, one of each. And to do this, it is dust through the sieve, and it has to be iron stiffened mesh, or higher. If you have diamond stiffened mesh, that's even better, but this stuff is a little bit expensive, requiring diamond points and all that stuff. Okay, so the rest of this dust, let's go ahead and just run it through the iron stiffened mesh. Oh, look at that. Tiny piles of diamond dust. This is why I went ahead and wanted to go ahead and get a 3x3 of iron stiffened mesh. And there we go. We got some prismarine and then we completed that quest. Woot. Okay. Going down. Aha! Aha! Haha! Okay, I was thinking it was probably through here because this is where we get like diamonds and emeralds and all of that. So right here, gems. Now that I can crystallize the diamond, I might improve the mesh a third time for some more rare resources. Diamonds need to be flaked on obsidian instead of stone, and indeed I got emeralds. Okay, so we have to get a diamond stiffened mesh, and then an emerald. But I think to actually make diamond dust, we're going to have to run it through the condenser to get actual diamonds. So, but we can go ahead and compress this. So we've got 2 diamonds worth right now. I'm definitely going to need more dust. And I tell you what, before we start down that path, let me go check the... is it raining? Okay, it's not raining. So what we're going to do... Popped over here to world spawn. It said we need to flake... Once we get diamonds, we need to flake it on obsidian. So I want to go ahead and get a piece of obsidian. And this is on single bit. Okay. Assuming that this is allowed. Some packs actually disable it so you can't use chisels and bits on obsidian with the starting chisel. But I'm not for sure. Yep. Okay, we can't do that. That's fine. We'll just have to come back over here. Or I can make obsidian in-house with water and lava. I'll probably do that, actually. Okay, and actually we kind of need to get serious about saving before we even started up in this direction anyway. So we're going to start working on the sky resources stuff. And basically what we need to get up to is the... what is that thing called? It's been a while since I've done sky resources. The last time was... Oh, that one, Modern Skyblock 2 was the last time that I did sky resources. Really, but we need to get up to the condenser, right? Is that what it is? Yeah, the condenser. Okay. And that's actually not that expensive, really. But we need to start with the combustion system. So, first we're going to have to make gunpowder. So let's go ahead and make ourselves pulverized coal. And pulverized coal and niter and sulfur is what makes gunpowder. Because I just looked at it. I just looked at the recipe, actually. So there's that. And then we need to get ourselves the stone combustion heater, the stone casing, the dropper, and 4 clear glass. Now the clear glass I've actually got. That's not a problem, because you can turn this back into clear glass. The dropper, and I've got levers, yeah, right here. Let's go ahead and get our dropper. And then we need the stone combustion heater. So smooth stone, the stone heat component, yeah, it's just a lot of smooth stone, really. That is not a problem. So there's that. Wait a second. What is that? Oh, dry fitted stone. Okay. Yeah. We'll probably end up using that. Not just yet. Not in this base, but I do probably want it in the next base that we do, I think. And then we need a stone casing. What does it say? It has to be at least 20 blocks interior size. Has to have 32 exposed concrete. That's fine. We're going to need a stone gear, which is wooden gear. Okay. Is it cobblestone for this? Yeah, it's cobblestone. You can actually just make it with 5 pieces of cobblestone, actually. Instead of having the wooden gear. I'm going to go ahead and use the wooden gear because I've made it. But you can do cobblestone there instead. Because there's a couple different stone gear versions. And then, there we go. Alright, quest updated. And then we need to make 8 crystal shards. Okay. And you guys are lucky I didn't already have these, because I almost went for those bees. But then I was like, well, eh. Yeah, see these bees right here, because it's a 100% chance on the crystal bees, and it's just sandy and fairy. But I decided I was going to wait until I got my sandy bees sorted, like that last stat on them, before I go for the crystal bee. But okay, so clear glass, drop it in, and that's how we get the crystal shards. Sounds good. Let's go ahead and get ourselves, I don't know, like 4 extra pieces of this. And we'll go ahead and set this up. So, I'm starting to run out of space in here. Actually, I'll tell you what, I'm going to pull these up, because I actually don't use these things at all. I have a stone barrel over there that I use for making clay, and that's about it. I don't really use these things. So, we're just going to put this down right here. And then we're going to put glass around it. So, I actually just put this right in the middle for right now. Glass, like so. And then right up here, we are going to put a dropper. I actually need this thing facing down, so let's do that. There we go. Okay, and that should be it. And then you can use... Honestly, you can use an hourglass, but I'm just going to put a button on this thing. It's the exact same thing. Basically, we just need to give it redstone. And then we're going to take our stone combustion heater, put it right into there, and then I've got charcoal on me. So we're going to go ahead and just throw that charcoal in there. It's not going to use it unless it's actually crafting, unless it's been changed. Looks good. Looks like it's not using it. Because you can see it actually has like a carbon value. Like this is the heat units that it has. And you can see it's got heat units 600 in there. The max is 600. So it's fully stocked. This requires... What kind of heat does it require? 200 heat units? Okay, so what we can do, since this requires 200 heat units, we can take 3. And really we can... oh, do we need a button on this too? I can't remember. I think just put an hourglass on it. But anytime you give it a redstone signal, it's going to explode. So we could put an hourglass in there because it's only going to work if there's something in there that it can actually use. But this is fine too for right now. And depending on how extensively we end up using this, we'll probably end up doing something different. But right now, this is fine. So if you saw my Modern Skyblocks 2, like we really automated the sky resources stuff quite heavily. Even though really didn't play that pack all that long because it was just so... There was a lot of problems with that pack. So, okay, so we got the crystal shards, and that quest is now done. Okay, so that is upgraded combustion. I'm not too worried about that, but I do have to get the crucible. This right here, a dropper and iron. Yeah, that's definitely worth making. Because it's kind of useful, because it will basically just keep dropping your crystals in there and making the liquid for you, because we're going to have to start melting this stuff down. Though, honestly, if this is like instantaneous, it may not be that big of a rush. Oh, I've got seed oil still in here. We'll just use our pipet. Alright, click it, and we'll dump it right into there. That's one of the beauties of the pipet. And let's give this a shot. So we drop it in there. Yeah, it actually really doesn't take that long. I'm going to go ahead. Right now, I just want to get a couple things. Is all I want. Okay, so we'll get 3 of those going, because it's only like a bucket per, I think, per dust, I want to say. So we'll wait on the crucible insert for right now. It's not that big of a deal, because I'm trying to focus on getting the diamonds and then going towards this. Let's see. Topaz. The Exoria artifact. It's a warp artifact. Yeah, and it takes an emerald. So that's what we need to get, but we have to get the diamond stiffened mesh first. I bet you that's what we need to get to the next dimension. Because I can't see any other use for it, but it says a warp artifact, so... Aha! If you type in warp in JEI, look at this. There's a gas tier as a warp artifact. Violet crystal block is a warp artifact. Exoria artifact is a warp artifact. Celestial crystal shard. The calling stone. Aha! Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so I think that's a new dimension, maybe. I'm thinking so. Okay, so anyways, the quest that we need to actually be able to crystallize, the crystallizing quest. We need an iron condenser, a fluid dropper, and then we're also going to need an iron casing as well. So let's go ahead and start with the iron casing and condenser. This is iron around an iron gear. Alright, so right over here, the iron, I'm going to go ahead and put the gear mold into that. So that we can make iron gears. And then the condenser is actually really, really cheap. Because it doesn't really require... I'm about out of iron, but I think we got enough iron for this episode. Or at least what I'm doing right now. We have enough. So I'm happy. Alright, so there's our iron condenser. And then we need another dropper. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh wait, we need a fluid dropper. Not a regular dropper. Let's see. It's not made with a regular dropper, is it? Nope. That makes a little bit more sense. Okay, it's just cobblestone. It's even cheaper because you don't even need a lever for this part. The main reason I'm in a hurry to get to the next dimension, honestly, is just because of bees. Quest complete. Crystallizing. Okay. And then there's a quest here for first crystals. Barnium and coal. Okay. I wonder, this has like this little symbol, but it doesn't actually lead into anything. Being flexible. Oh, are we going to get flexible tools? Another reason that I really want to get into the next dimension, though, actually, and this is something I noticed whenever I was looking at stuff. Sparks hammers. To make Sparks hammers, you actually need to get the hammer crafting table. They're really not that bad. I mean, 10 iron for a hammer, it digs a 3x3. It's really, really useful for clearing out areas. And I would really love to have one. Like, it would be so handy. And to make it, it's actually pretty straightforward, just stone and crafting table, but you need a Tinker's Hammer from Embers, which requires Sarsen Stone, which comes from the Exoria Underground. So we're not going to be able to get that hammer crafting table until we get to the next dimension, and I would really like to get that. Okay, so our iron gear, there we go. And then we're going to go ahead, man, I'm almost out of iron. Like, I've used so much iron this episode, mainly because of those mesh, that I really didn't necessarily have to do, but I wanted to do it. It makes sieving a lot more enjoyable, in my opinion. Alright, so iron casing, we're going to put this down right here. Sounds good. And let's see, it's been a little while since I've used this, but I believe... do I want to move this, or do I want to... I'm just going to leave it right there. I did make some obsidian right here, but you can use obsidian as a heat source. You can see it's 3 heat source. I'm going to do obsidian on the back of this. And then if we take our water, go ahead and just put blocks here. Can I block this off? Oh, I don't want to make cobblestone. Thanks. There we go. Alright. So we've got obsidian under there. It does need a heat source, this condenser does, if I recall. And it's kind of like another little multi-block we're going to have to build. So we'll just do glass right there. And you can actually use like other blocks, if I recall. It's been a little while, so I do apologize. But it's been a little while since I've done the Sky Resources thing, but Let's see. And then I'm going to want another heat source on the back side of this for a condenser or a crucible. Right? But I'm not going to have... I don't think I necessarily have to have this part, but I'm going to do it just because. I'm not going too elaborate because hopefully... I don't know what the underground's going to be like. We might even be moving soon. I don't know for sure. I don't know. There's so many dimensions in here, and I really don't care to make this first dimension our home. I would like to have a place that's a little bit better for bees, ideally, but... okay, so there's that. And then we're going to have a fluid dropper setting right there. And I don't believe that we can actually just put liquids into this. I want to say no. Nope. Oh my gosh. Whoops. I just washed away torches or something, didn't I? Yeah, we're going to have to actually feed the liquid in. So what we're going to do is... I want to wash away my button. That's fine. Let's make another crucible. Because I don't want to use the one that I've got setting there, because I use that one so much for making seed oil. Actually, I'll tell you what. Since I've got that in buckets, we can do this without the fluid dropper. Because I'm stuck with this in a bucket. If we just manually put this stuff down, and then in the condenser, if we put in barnium dust, yeah, see, it's going to start running. They don't necessarily make what you're trying to make, you know. If this bar runs out, this is basically like a burn bar. So if it doesn't complete, I'm going to have to put another barnium dust in there to make it. The reason I'm putting barnium dust in there is because there's actually a quest here. The first crystals, they want us to get barnium and coal. And barnium is basically just a free, easy, upgraded version of our barnium dust, so might as well. Okay, so there we go. It did make it. So it could be tweaked in this pack to where it makes 1 for 1 or something. We're about to find out. Let's throw a piece of pulverized coal in. It actually looks like it's going to make a few pieces of coal from one pulverized coal. So there we go. That's finished. And there's our first piece of coal. And now we need another bucket of this stuff. Okay, and that quest is done. The next quest is better piping. Item pipes, fluid pipes. Ah, okay. That's ember stuff. Okay. Well, we're out of the crystal shards. So what we're going to do now is we're going to actually upgrade this, make it a little bit better. So make it a little bit more automatic anyways. So let's put the fluid dropper back down right there. And we'll get the crucible upgrade as well. Okay, and while my bricks are smelting up, I want to go ahead and get the crucible inserter. And I made that dropper earlier, so I'm kind of glad I did. Oh, I need more iron though. I used way too much iron this episode. Way too much. But we can go ahead and start without the crucible inserter. So what we're going to do is we're going to put down a crucible setting right there. And the only problem is it's going to be hard to get into this thing. So one thing about these multi-blocks is they're massive. Maybe I can throw these in there. No! There we go. No! Did it go? Yeah. Okay, I landed it. Whoops. Okay. It ran out. So we got, altogether we got 3 pieces of coal for a single pulverized coal. And it went about halfway to the 4th one. But since I didn't have any more pulverized coal in there, it kind of killed off. So I could have gotten a little bit more, you know, if I'd kept it up. So, alright, let me pop over to the storage room. Let's get our diamond dust. And we need to start making diamonds, actual diamonds. So if we just throw these into there, I don't know how long these are actually going to run for. Or how many diamonds it's actually going to make. It looks like it might make 2-ish per dust. Actually, I'm thinking about it'll be about 3 per... Yeah, it'll be about 3 per 2 dust. So we'll get... I don't know. I don't know for sure. There we go. We got the diamond advancement. Quest updated. Okay. Let me throw another one of those in there. And actually, this should be done. Yes. Awesome. Okay, so we can get the crucible inserter now. So let's go ahead and do that. I need another dropper, though. And we'll automate the condenser and stuff here fairly soon. I just want to push on through right now. Because there's things I'm going for, namely that other dimension. Because bees are a pain without a normal biome to work from. Okay, so quest complete, upgrading the crucible. We might get another diamond out of that. I don't know, it's gonna be iffy. Let me go ahead and actually do some more ash and get some more dust to get some more diamonds. Because if I let it run out of diamond dust and it doesn't quite finish that, that third diamond, it's going to basically just waste all that progress. So I'd rather avoid that if I can. Okay, so there's some diamond dust. Oops. And we'll just throw this into there. And then the way that the crucible inserter works is we're going to put this just right on top of the crucible. And then we can put in crystal shards into this. You can also have a hopper feeding into the crucible inserter and, so on. But this will be fine for right now. And hopefully it still sees those, or it still can work. I hope so. Yeah, it says valid multi-block, so. There we go. Yeah, it's working. Okay. And then while that stuff's running, let's go ahead and take our diamonds. And what we need to do is that next level of mesh that we're supposed to be making requires 8 flaked diamond points, which is flaked diamond, which is diamond on obsidian. So fun times. There we go. So let's go ahead and flake this right over here. And hopefully we get lucky. And it only takes like 3 diamonds. I'm definitely not going to be making more of these than I have to right now. Oh my gosh. I'm getting like 1 per, aren't I? I sure hope so. Yeah, I got 3 flake diamond points. Cool. I didn't get any doubles. I got 1 per. 1 per diamond. So it's going to take me 8 diamonds to get the mesh that we need. Good. I'm excited about that. Okay, by the way, 3 diamond dust is the sweet spot. So 3 diamond dust, you're going to get 4 diamonds. So just a heads up. And I just need 1 more diamond. For some reason, I was thinking that you could actually... I was thinking there was a chance. I don't know where I saw that or where I got it in my head. But I was thinking that there was a chance you could get more than 1 flake diamond per diamond. But it's 1 for 1. And then 1 flaked point, it looks like. So, anyways, here we go. 1, and there's 1. Are you serious? One of my flaked diamonds didn't make a point. Ah. Okay, well, I'm going to get another diamond from that. I better get one from this. Are you serious? Awesome. This is great. And so it's 2 failures in a row. There we go. Man, so that ended up taking me 10 diamonds to get that. 10 diamonds to get enough to make the diamond stiffened mesh. This thing was horrible. This was awful. It's going to be a long time before I upgrade these. I can already tell you. So iron stiffened mesh. There we go. Diamond stiffened mesh. And let's see this thing. What all can we get here? Pulverized aluminum. So we can get aluminum from dust. There's also a 6% chance, but it's going to be easier to get diamonds now. Because with the iron stiffened mesh, oh, it's still a 10% chance. Cool, so it's going to be the exact same to get diamonds then. It just adds emeralds into the mix. And then if we run ash through it, we can also get tungsten dust and pulverized obsidian. Cool. Okay, well, quest updated, gems. There we go. And I wonder if I could run... I want to say if that's connected, it still works. Okay, so what do they want us to get for the next part? Emerald? Yeah, they want us to get an emerald. Okay, and then it runs a command and we unlock something. And let's see, we still got 9 crystal shards. That should be fine. By the way, the amount of ash that I've used, I'm down to 640. I was over 2,000. When we started this episode. I was like over 2,000 or something. I mean, I've got ash bays, but they're not going to be able to keep up with this. This is like insanity, the amount of dust that I'm eating through. Okay, it's only going to use that one. Yeah, they won't connect to the diamond one since they're not the same resource. I don't have a lot of need, I don't think right now, for pulverized obsidian or tungsten. And honestly, I'm pretty close to getting obsidian bays up and going. I actually had some obsidian bays between the episodes. And honestly, I think that's an easier route to get the obsidian. Now, I don't know about tungsten. We'll probably end up needing that, but... oh, I don't know. I may actually just cut for a while and build up iron, and then we can get into the automatic sieving. I'm tempted to. But I want to see if we can get enough emeralds to maybe make an emerald. Like enough emerald dust. Because making that one item only took one emerald. Now, I'm not for sure how this is going to work, if we're going to have to make a portal, or if we're just going to click the item and it's going to warp us. You know, I don't know how that's going to work out. But I guess we'll find out, hopefully, here soon. I'm hoping I get enough emeralds from... I mean, that was 4 stacks of ash, so that'll be one stack of dust. And then I've got to run this through the diamond stiffened mesh. But, like, part of me wants to cut for a little while and get the iron built up, but part of me is like, you're so close to being able to do rock bays. Like, just push on. Because, I mean, I'm at the point, I've got copper bays, I've got rock bays, I've got fishy bays. I don't have lily pads to actually run fishy bays, but, oh, there's our first bit of tiny piles of emerald dust. I'm hoping that we get all 4 of them from this one stack. We did. We got 4 tiny piles of emerald dust. And didn't even use a half stack of dust. Even though it's a 6% chance, whereas the diamond I have horrible luck with. By the way, I think we can make this with bays, right? Emerald bays. And emerald bays are dust and gold. That's actually pretty easy. Because dust is just ash and fairy. I mean, I've had dust bays. Gold bays are silver and lead. Lead is rock and apatite, which I've got rock and I've got apatite drones. I had a princess, but I lost it, but... I've got a bunch of drones lying around. And then silver is just chalk and rock, which I've got both of those before. You can also do it with gray and white, but I think that's, yeah, that's not one that's going to work. But sandy and wet, and then rock. So, I mean, really, I could just go for emerald bays. Maybe even have it by next episode if I have access to that other dimension. A lot easier way to get emeralds. So, I mean, if you're willing to get serious about bays, you can actually make things a lot easier. A whole lot easier. Oh, whoops. I need to compact this. There's also diamond bays as well, so... this better make 1 for 1. I'm going to scream if it doesn't. Ah, it's going to make it, yeah. I just need 1. I just need 1 of them. Let's go. Normally, I don't try to rush through things, but I'm wanting... like I said, in this series, I want to do a lot with bees. I love bees, and... I don't have bees in SevTech, so... goal reached by your powers combined. Okay, we unlocked Stage Crafting Knowledge 2. So that is done. Did we unlock anything? Oh, there's mana steel. Magical steel. Okay, so going down, it says, now that I'm pretty sure I've depleted all the resources I can get from this planet's surface, not true, there's still more we can do, I need to explore the depths of this planet. The lower levels are scary. I should keep lights all around. So it sounds like the deep dark or the beneath. It seems that I can't get lower than that, but I found some info about to get further down into the caverns. A portal made out of the runestone I found activated with all the gems with magic properties combined allows me to explore the caverns of this planet. Okay, so the Exoria artifact, and then we need 10 runestone bricks. So I'm guessing it's built like a nether portal then. Sounds like. Okay, so we need, what, all 7 of those? So, does that include, yeah, that's everything. Ruby, peridot, topaz, tanzanite, malachite, sapphire, whoops, ender amethyst, amber. I don't think we need ender amethyst, do we? No, we don't. Okay. So all of those, and there is our Exoria artifact. Oops. And then the runestone bricks, this is actually super easy. Because, of course, we got that runestone bay that's going to be making runestone. But over in the roots area, we've got runestones. So... let's go ahead and make ourselves some bricks. Quest updated, going down. And then they want us to enter the caverns. Okay. Okay. And it sounds like this dimension is going to have the humidity and climate that I actually need to continue with bees, like legitimately continue with bees. So I'll tell you what, we're going to put the portal down in the bee area because, like, that's my first and foremost focus is going to be that. How's this going? I was hoping to get some sandy queens, like extra sandy queens, but no luck so far. Oh, but I did get hot princess and wet princess. Yay! Okay, so I'm going to put this in... I'm going to put it in this room, actually. I do believe. So let's just dig it out. Of course, we can always move it later on, I'm sure. Okay, so here we go. Runestone bricks. Runestone bricks. Runestone bricks. Runestone bricks. Just like that. And then I guess we take the Exoria artifact and click it. And we get to keep it. That's awesome. I actually got kind of worried because I was like, what if I have to make another one of those to move it? But I don't. That's good. Okay, so I guess we're good to go. We've got some torches. Not a lot, but enough. And I guess we're going to take the most important thing with us. And that's going to be a rock queen. The most important thing is a rock queen and an apiary. I want to see if this thing will run. And if so, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So let's head on in. And how does this work? Is this one of the ones where you sneak? No. Maybe I need to use the warp artifacts. Oh wait, it says waiting for server. Okay, this is doing something because I'm going through like the world's biggest lag spike ever. Okay, it took us through. Whoop! Whoop, there we go. Okay. Quest complete, going down. And I see mobs on the map. I don't know if they're going to be hostile. I bet they're hostile. Oh, this is spooky. This is very, very spooky. There's green scheist. Awesome. Okay, so man, this place is... Oh, I need to build something out here. Okay, so let's just build out a little structure because this place is eerie. Okay, so anyways, we've come to this dimension. Searching for a place for our bees to call home. I'll be honest though, this place is a lot creepier than I expected it to be. Because I was thinking it was just going to be kind of like the deep dark and you spawn in, there's torches all around you. No, you spawn in and it's just pitch dark. It is 100% pitch dark. Okay, let's try putting down this apiary. Let's see how our bee reacts to this place. So there you go. It says no flowers. This thing needs... Oh, it needs actual flowers. Okay, that's fine. There's some dirt up here. Let me pop through and let me go get some flowers. Okay, we're going to put in our bees. There's our flower. And it's working. Awesome. Okay, so we can do rock bees now. Which, once I get them situated, it'll be fine because once I get them situated, then I can breed the climate tolerance up to both 2. And they'll be fine. They'll be able to go back, you know, to the overworld and they'll be able to work. Because if they have that, because the wet drones, for example, have a climate tolerance of both 2, they're able to work just fine. And a lot of stuff comes off of rock. So that's really going to help. I mean, I've gotten a few things off of the rock line, but it would just make it a whole lot easier if I could actually breed them, like, easily. Oh, and look, we unlocked flexible tools. I see embers right here. Oh, Camonite, boring. That's how you start the coke oven stuff. Aha, okay. I also want to get like automatic sieving up and going soon. But I want to check out this place, but I don't know how much time we have left in this episode. Because there's mobs of some sort. Oh, gosh. I don't even have a weapon or armor or anything. What is that? What is that thing? Hey. Come back here. Whoa! Whoa! Gosh! No! 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 Okay, I'm gonna go back. I don't even have a sword. I do not even have a sword. I think this thing can fly through walls, too. I'm gonna need to make iron armor. I think. Which means I need a bunch more iron. I think. Okay, let me claim this chunk and let me load it so that the bee is here. I'm going to have to set up a little bee area here. I don't know. I don't really know that I would like to call this place home. Like long term? I'm not for sure. I think I'd rather stay in Exoria because it's peaceful there. Here there's like flying demons or whatever that is. It moved so fast I couldn't even see what it was called. So yeah, I'm going to get some metals processed. Harvested and processed and all of that. I don't know for sure if... like, let's take a look at like chest plates real quick, out of curiosity. There is the black quartz stuff. I mean, diamond would be better, but diamond's a little bit tougher. Black quartz should come out to be better than iron. Yeah, it's better than iron. Not by a whole lot, though, really. But to make black quartz, we can make it in the condenser with that crushed black quartz. And it's got a 1.8 output. I should have checked that out, but it's been a while since I've done Sky Resources, so I forgot to check output and all that stuff. But yeah, that tells you you're going to get 1.8 black quartz per crushed black quartz. So, you know, you can do your math and figure out exactly how many you want to run and everything. But if I could get steel bees, steel chest plate would be awesome. And it's basic craft. There we go. I'm not for sure. I'll either go with like iron. Might go with black quartz because I've actually got like a stack and a half of black quartz, crushed black quartz. So really I could go with the black quartz stuff, which would be alright. That's actually probably what I'll go with, I think. And then chances are we can probably make a black quartz tool weapon. I don't know if we can make the AIoT right now. There is the sword. Oh, there's no AIoT. Okay, well. And there's actually the black quartz bee. That's just coal and fairy, which wouldn't take me that long to get. And it is a hot arid bee. That's good. 5% chance to get crushed black quartz. Yeah, so I might go with like a black quartz sword and black quartz armor. That shouldn't be any kind of problem to make. But I'll get that stuff made up, and I want to get some iron stuff prepped. And I know it's about wrapping up point for this episode. I'm not going to explore the dimension without you guys. I'm just going to kind of stay right in there and do bees over the weekend. I kind of wanted to get to that next dimension for the weekend, so you know I'd have time to do the bees and stuff like that. So I'll get on that and work on that between episodes and get us ready to go. I'm going to get some food and armor made and stuff like that, because basically it's just running it through the condenser. We will do a bit more of a Sky Resources, automate it and everything, but like I said, this episode I just wanted to push on to that next dimension. So next episode we'll probably explore the dimension a little bit, but then we're also going to get into, I want to get the AoE hammers. I want to get into automated sieving before the need for it becomes like obsolete. And then I also want to get into life infusion, because there's like a whole big bunch of stuff for life infusion. Like if you take a look at the let's just look up the blueprint actually. So if you take a look at the life infuser, like there's 2 pages of stuff here that you can infuse. This is where you get your cows, your donkeys, and it's kind of like a tier up system. So you start with like fish, but then like eggs, for example. I'm not sure where that spawns at, but you can make eggs, and then eggs lead into cows, but you also need leather, and to do that I think you got to get the horse, which is like the life infuser core, which takes diamond, cactus needles, apples, eggs to get the horse, then kill it to get leather to get a cow, and it's a really interesting little system here. So we'll get into that here soon. Start getting into that maybe next episode, like I said. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. As always, if you guys have any questions or anything, let me know down in the comments. I'll do my best to get those answered for you. Next episode, we'll get a bit deeper into that dimension and try to figure out what those ghostly spirits are. I don't know. They're going to be fun to fight because they're fast. They are extremely, extremely fast. So, but anyways, we'll get into that next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay updated with when new videos come out. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to be doing a lot of bees this weekend, it seems like. I'm prepared. my addiction is ready to go. So um, hopefully I'll have some decent bees going for you guys next week. I'm hoping so. So anyways, have a great weekend. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, as always, do take care. Stay safe. I'll see you guys next time.